Liam was basically the human version of a broken fax machine, overused, underpaid, and one error away from imploding. For nearly a decade, this sad corporate drone had been working a soul-sucking job so toxic, even the Mappa animators would have tapped out. His office life was a battlefield of fake smiles, filled with the same type of people, and a boss with the emotional maturity of a toddler. The only thing keeping him sane was his angelic wife Mika and their daughter Konami, his two shining lights. But spoiler alert, one of those lights is about to flicker out in the worst way possible. One night, after getting mentally drop-kicked at work, Liam dragged his half-dead soul back home. Mika greeted him with a smile so warm it could melt his anxiety until she dropped the bomb. "Konami wants a dog," she said. Not just any dog. She'd spent the entire day obsessing over her friend's four-legged fur missile named Ishiba. Now she wanted her own chaos gremlin. Mika said she was asleep already, but the request echoed in Liam's brain louder than his boss's daily tantrums. At first, he hesitated. With his paycheck, he couldn't afford to buy hope, let alone a dog. But then he looked at Konami, peacefully, passed out, dreaming of puppies and better anime dads, and something broke, or snapped. Who knows? All he knew was he'd get her the damn dog, even if it meant selling his soul for a couple extra shifts. Next day, boom, pet shop trip. Konami looked like she'd just unlocked Super Saiyan Joy mode. Mika was low-key stunned too. Liam, the eternal office zombie, had actually done something spontaneous. Of course, deep down, she knew this meant even more stress. But Liam shrugged it off with a tired smile and said, "It's worth it." That, my friends, was the moment he unknowingly triggered a tragic side quest he never signed up for. Fast forward. Next day, at work, things exploded. Again, his boss, aka the adult baby in suit, screamed at him for missing a report. Liam explained calmly that he did send it on Thursday. But surprise, the boss was too busy getting blackout drunk at a club. Instead of owning up, the man-child decided to weaponize denial and slam Liam with the blame anyway. Same day, different wreckage. Liam's office life was like playing dodgeball with landmines, except everyone else was cheating and he was blindfolded. But hey, at least home was still his safe zone, right? Wrong. On what should have been a boring commute, Liam got a text from his buddy Nida, classic Gundam nerd, hyped over some new mech model release. Liam laughed, agreed to help. One detour to an unfamiliar shopping area later, boom, he sees that angelic demon Mika, the so-called love of his life. The woman who said she was taking Konami to sword practice. And what was she actually doing? Playing romance with some random discounted anime extra side character, full-on betrayal, public edition, no plot armor, no illusions, just pain. And just like that, our tired office dad went from overworked family man to a betrayed average man, like the rest of us. That night, Liam walked into his home like a ghost with a job. He looked at Mika, the woman who'd once been the definition of peace in his chaotic life, and asked what she'd done that day. And guess what? She lied boldly, casually, like it was just another Tuesday. Dropped Konami's script, but he didn't. Why? Because Liam was still clinging to the dream, the fantasy, the sitcom family life he thought he had. He told himself, maybe, just maybe, he saw wrong. Yeah, sure, Liam. Maybe she's got a secret twin too. Keep coping. To calm his unraveling nerves, Liam tried to put his computer on standby, like his entire life wasn't already buffering in real time. Even the tech gave up on him, forced to shut it down completely. He left the room, drowning in paranoia and denial. That aching gut feeling, not dinner. That was betrayal knocking. So Liam decided to take a walk, alone, through the city, like every depressed anime protagonist before the tragic twist. He wandered back to the place where his heart nearly imploded yesterday. And for a second, he felt relief. Mika wasn't there, no mystery guy, no soap opera scene, just silence. But then, fate punched him square in the soul. Passing by a cafe, he heard her voice, Mika, laughing, chatting, phone to her ear. And yes, it was him on the other side. The same faceless fraud she was fake smiling for yesterday. And as if that wasn't enough, Konami, his sweet, innocent daughter, was with her. Liam froze, tried to rationalize. Maybe he's a friend, he thought. A family member even? Then Konami called the man Papa, not uncle, not Mr. Stranger, not even a budget stepdad. Papa. That was the kill shot. Instant game over. Liam's soul got nuked in surround sound. His reality cracked like cheap anime glass. The worst part, he still tried to deny it. He still wanted to believe this was some cosmic misunderstanding. Bro really gave benefit of the doubt a whole new definition. Dragging himself back to work, Liam looked like someone had unplugged his soul. But corporate hell doesn't care about your heartbreak. His boss stormed in, breathing fire like a budget dragon, yelling at him for not completing some pointless task. Liam explained, calmly again, that his computer didn't wake up from standby. The boss didn't care. "Skip your break next time," he barked. Right, because not having a functioning PC is clearly an employee error. Corporate Logic 101. Blame the victim, gaslight the loyal, promote the loudest clown in the building. But just when you think rock bottom's been reached, plot twist. Mika called, her voice was shaking. Something was wrong. Konami had been in a horrible accident. Liam didn't even think. He ran like the anime dad whose arc just went full tragedy mode. At the hospital, chaos. Mika was sobbing. Konami was already in surgery. A doctor appeared like a side quest NPC, asking if they were her parents. Both nodded. Then the real nightmare began. Konami needed blood, fast. Liam, AB positive. Mika, O negative. The doctor nodded grimly. Konami was O negative too. Only Mika could save her. So now, the woman who shattered Liam's world had to give her blood to keep their daughter alive. Karma really is out here writing fan fiction. As Mika was wheeled off, Liam sat alone in that cold, silent waiting room. The love of his life might be a liar. His daughter was fighting for hers, and the only thing keeping him together was the hope that all this pain might still mean something. And somewhere in the back of his mind, he wondered if that random guy Mika was dating could donate blood too. Liam pulled out his phone, like a man searching for the last remaining scrap of sanity. A simple Google search, just one medical fact check. But what he found wasn't a typo. It was a death sentence wrapped in biology. You see, if you're AB positive, it is physically impossible for your daughter to have O negative blood. The final puzzle piece snapped into place. Konami wasn't his, never was. The blood that wouldn't save her in the hospital, it didn't belong to her real father. Just her emotional punching bag, Liam. Stormed up to Mika, the so-called love of his life, and dropped the truth bomb like an atom bomb. Is Konami even my daughter? And did she apologize? Cry? Nope. She activated gaslight mode like a pro. Mika spun it all on him. Suddenly he was the villain. He was the failure, the ghost dad who worked too much, the paycheck machine that didn't spit out enough luxury for her taste. Promotions? Never got 'em? Raises? Nah. She wanted a lifestyle, not a loyal husband. She ranted about raising Konami alone, conveniently ignoring the part where the child wasn't even his. Liam tried to plead, said he worked himself to the bone for them. Mika didn't care. She told him he was never family, and that she and Konami were leaving, just like that. No closure, no mercy. He asked where they were going. Mika ghosted the question and went to pack bags like it was a vacation to Screw You Island. Liam tried to stop her. He wasn't begging, he was breaking, but the emotional blender wasn't done spinning. Konami, his not daughter, looked up at him and said, "I like my other father better." And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the kill shot. Emotional fatality. 0 HP. Next morning, Liam walked into work like a zombie running on heartbreak and ramen fumes. Just when you think the universe might cut the man some slack, bam! His boss drags him into a meeting and accuses him of embezzling 50 million yen. That's about $350,000 worth of go to hell. Liam denied it, but the logs showed the money transferred straight from his computer. Evidence stacked, witnesses none, logic missing. Fired on the spot, zero defense, zero hope. And Mika, oh, she jumped on that opportunity like a gold digger at a millionaire funeral, filed for divorce and sued him for child support, for a kid that wasn't his. It's like reality turned into A dark comedy written by demons. Now broke, jobless and framed, Liam had no choice but to accept the world's most depressing side quest: construction work. Back-breaking labor for pennies. The kind of job anime protagonists take when they've lost their powers and their will to live. Then while eating his sad little bento in the dirt, Liam coughed up blood. Yeah, blood, not metaphorically, literally, because guess what? The cherry on top of this heartbreak sundae, lung cancer. The universe said, you wanted a plot twist? Here's terminal illness. No money, no healthcare, no way out. That night, lying in bed, coughing up his soul, he stared into the abyss. And the abyss stared back. With a flashlight, suddenly light filled the room, warm, blinding, almost divine. Was it heaven? Hallucination? Budget afterlife tech support? Nope, it was a vision. Full-color, high-def betrayal footage straight from the Cosmic Truth archives. First vision, his boss. That smug clown had been the one who embezzled the money, using Liam's computer like a scapegoat generator. But wait, it gets better. Second vision, Mika. Locked lips with that same boss way back when. The man she said meant nothing was actually her co-conspirator in a drama darker than every telenovela combined. All her excuses, lies, all her gaslighting, planned, all her sweet little I love yous, weaponized. She saw Liam as nothing more than a paycheck with legs. A sad, tired salaryman she could bleed dry and discard once the next upgrade walked in. And now the universe was showing him everything, not to heal him, no, to break him properly. And as Liam lay there, bleeding inside and out, staring into the truth like it was the season finale of his own suffering, one thought echoed through his mind. They didn't just ruin my life, they scripted it like a horror show. Just then, a voice echoed through the void, smooth, powerful, and dripping with the kind of calm that makes your blood freeze. It wasn't warm, it wasn't cruel, it was interesting. The mysterious man confirmed every single vision Liam had just seen. The betrayal, the embezzlement, the lies, it was all real, not a fever dream, not a delusion, the truth. Then the man asked a question so sharp it could gut steel. Are you really going to let them get away with this? Liam, crushed beneath the weight of every injustice, snapped. The sadness, gone, the hope, dead. All that remained was one thing: rage. He clenched his fists and swore with the voice of a man who had nothing left to lose, I'll make them pay, all of them, no matter the cost. The man smiled, no, grinned, like a puppeteer whose marionette had finally learned how to fight back. I'm glad I came to visit, he said. Liam, still half dying and half possessed by vengeance, finally asked the question any sane person would have asked 10 minutes ago. Who even are you? The man stepped forward, shadows twisting around him like living ink. I'm someone who sees worth in you, because you were good, even when no one deserved your kindness. But Liam just laughed, a bitter, hollow laugh that sounded more like a dying animal than a man. Being good got me nothing. If I could do it all again, I'd live for myself. I'd be selfish. I'd be ruthless. The man's eyes gleamed. Then we understand each other. He offered Liam a choice, a second life, a second chance, a new world. Liam didn't care if this was some hallucination from cancer, grief, or both. Reality had already betrayed him, so why not gamble on fantasy? That's when he remembered Nidita, his only real friend, the only person who ever seemed to care. They used to talk about Gundam and other worlds. That was it. That was the place. If he was going to start again, he wanted to do it somewhere, full of power, chaos, war, and destiny. A world where strength could rewrite fate. Send me to the Gundam world, Liam whispered. The man nodded. Done. The world he was sent to was no utopia. It was brutal. A fusion of sci-fi technology and ancient magic. Entire planets were ruled by royal bloodlines. Power meant everything. Liam figured he'd be dropped in as a peasant, crawling through dirt and begging for scraps. But the man had other plans. He reincarnated Liam as the son of Mac, one of the great planetary lords, a tyrant, a warrior, and a genius. Not a hero, not a villain. And now Liam, reborn under a new name, would inherit not just his blood, but his war. With trembling hands, Liam signed what the man called the Ice Sky contract. A pact with destiny. His old life erased, his cancer-ridden, heartbroken shell of a body gone. And just like that, Liam's soul was flung into a new galaxy, a world of mobile suits, family empires. This time, he wasn't going to play the hero. He was going to be something else entirely. The war's coming, and he's not the same broken man anymore. You won't want to miss what's next. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell, because trust me, Liam's story is just beginning.